Well, that was not the start I expected for this week's video. 1 second. Did not see that coming. Hello, welcome to this week's video and welcome to the Lake District. I've came down here for about 24 hours. It's going to do a sunset tonight and a sunrise in the morning. But as I mentioned just now, that was not the start I expected. When I first turned up, I noticed there was a lot of jet activity around the area. So I grabbed the 100-400 and I ran out to the front of the accommodation, all primed, settings all dialed in. I'm like this. I've got it all dialed in, ready to go. I'm ready, let's go. They went, yeah. I was ready to go and they did go. But out of the corner of my eye, I noticed in the trees there was a blackbird or a crow eating or feeding on something. So I wasn't sure what it was. So I punched in at 400mm and I noticed it was eating on a vole. So here's those images while I get myself all sorted, grab a coffee, relax for an hour or so, and then we'll head out for sunset. So enjoy these images and I'll pick you up very soon. I don't even know how to even begin to start this segment. I genuinely don't. I'm down at Bleetarn and I've came to shoot this. I mean, look at those conditions there. They are absolutely perfect. Okay, there's nothing in the sky, there's no clouds, but there's lovely reflection. It's easy to see why this is one of my favourite locations to shoot in the Lake District. But I'm going to show you, right? Okay, there's where my camera is facing. Okay, there is the classic, the Bleetarn in all its glory. My camera is facing that way. Now, I'll show you why in a second. This landscape photography trip has turned into wildlife through no choice other than it's there. Now, the Langdale Pikes aren't going anywhere. I may well come back here tomorrow morning for sunrise because this is a sunrise location, not a sunset location. So there's a good chance I will come back in the morning here and do some landscape photography. But this has turned into wildlife photography. I got that crow, blackbird, I'm not sure what it was, earlier on when I very, very first turned up. And now I've got some geese. Yeah, there's some lovely, lovely geese. Now, they're that still. I'm shooting them at a 60th of a second. 60th of a second ISO 1000. I've got it on manual focus just because they're so still and the camera's on a tripod. I want as much control over the image as possible. I'll just show you on the back of the screen now if you can see that. I did get some B-roll on the camera, so you'll be able to see it a lot better than this. I may have to title this video how photographers adapt given the circumstances. You have to be able to adapt and adapt quick. So this is going to be a very, very short video. I'm going to concentrate on these geese. If anything else happens, I'll bring you back very soon. Like I said, the sunset is pretty much gone. There is nothing on the Langdales. There's nothing, and that was the reason I came. But things change, and you have to adapt when things change. So I'll bring you back in a second if something else happens, and I'm going to keep shooting, capturing these geese. Well, it's not often I'm lost for words. They look pretty nice on the back of the camera, as did the first images of that bird feeding earlier. I do like to dabble in a bit of wildlife when it's planned, when I plan to do it. But when you don't expect it, I think you appreciate it more. I did get a couple of bleats on. I'll put those up at the very end there. But yeah, like I said earlier, I think as a photographer, you have to be able to adapt under the conditions, under what's in front of you, basically, and adapt quick. You know, those geese could have bolted at any time, so you have to be quick. You have to take those chances. So this is going to be a very short one, a very unplanned, unexpected one. But I like that. I do like that. Nice bit of variety. So yeah, thanks for watching, guys. Sorry it wasn't the sunset as planned, but like I said, these things happen. I think I am tempted to come back here for sunrise in the morning. So there's only one way to find out if I do or not, and that's join me next time. Thanks for watching. Don't forget, if you're new around here, hit that subscribe button, and I will see you somewhere in the Lake District next time for sunrise. Bye for now, guys. Remember, get out, stay safe, but most of all, enjoy your photography. See you next time.